They say the deepest secrets are not buried beneath mountains nor guarded in distant temples. They are here, within reach of your hands, hidden in the most daily gestures. And you repeat them every day, unaware that you are brushing against the door of an ancient power. What if I told you that washing your face in the morning could cleanse not just your skin, but your soul? What if that simple act had roots in millennial rituals, practiced by sages who understood the hidden structure of the universe? What you are about to discover is not a beauty trick or a viral superstition. It is a silent ritual, inherited from times when body, mind, and spirit were not separate things, where the face was not just a mask we show the world, but a sacred map, a mirror of the soul, a vibratory antenna capturing and emitting energy. And that mirror gets dirty, with emotions you didn't express, with words you swallowed, with the subtle dust of every interaction, every thought, every judgment. The ancients knew this. They knew the face must be cleansed not only from the outside, but from within. And they did so with two primordial elements, water and salt, not by chance, but by correspondence. Because water flows, drags, purifies. Because salt protects, structures, elevates. Together they form a code, a sacred formula. Hermes Trismegistus, the sage who understood that, as above, so below, taught that every ritual must begin with purification. But not just any purification, one that opens subtle channels, awakens consciousness, and aligns the body with its purpose. The face was the starting point. Because what you show the world begins with what you carry inside. To understand the power of washing the face with water and salt, one must abandon the modern gaze that reduces everything to matter and utility. We must return to seeing the world as the ancients did, as a weave of living symbols, where every substance possesses a soul, and every daily action is a key opening hidden realities. In Egypt, cradle of mysteries and hermetic wisdom, purification rituals were the first step to access the sacred world. No initiate presented themselves before the gods without first cleansing with water, impregnated with minerals. It was not a hygienic act. It was a magical act, a reordering of the vibrational field. From time immemorial, water and salt have been treated with reverence, not only as elements of nature, but as living principles, guardians of the invisible, custodians of gates connecting the physical world with the subtle. To comprehend their power, one must abandon the modern gaze, reducing everything to matter. We must see the world as the ancients did, as a weave of living symbols, where every substance possesses a soul. In Egypt, cradle of mysteries and hermetic wisdom, purification rituals were the first step to access the sacred world. No initiate presented themselves before the gods without first cleansing with water, impregnated with minerals, salt among them. It was not hygienic, it was magical, a reordering of the vibrational field. Hermes Trismegistus, central figure in Western esoteric thought, taught that the body is the temple of the soul, and all spiritual transformation begins with conscious contact with elements. Cleansing the face was an act of energetic reprogramming, removing the veil that the world imposes daily to see through the eyes of spirit. But Egypt was not alone. In Hebrew tradition, the mikveh, ritual baths, included running water mixed with natural salts used to restore purity. In the Vedas of India, salt was a sacred substance absorbing bad energies, and water was called apa, symbol of the divine feminine, that gives life and purifies. For ancient Greeks, salt was a gift of Poseidon and symbol of ancestral wisdom. Empedocles spoke of water as one of the four eternal elements composing all things, including the human soul. Combining water with other elements was entering direct dialogue with the cosmos's secret structure. Even in Gnostic Gospels exists the idea that the face of man is the living image of his inner light and must be purified as an altar, with water, salt, intention. The face is the point of contact between internal and external. It is where the soul projects and where the imprint of lived experience is inscribed. In many shamanic cultures, energetic cleanses begin at the face. It is where the soul exhales and where gazes, intentions, judgments are absorbed. Thus, washing the face with water and salt is not superstition. It is ancestral practice, born from deep understanding that the body, especially the face, needs discharge and recalibration. Because if the body is a temple, the face is the threshold where everything begins. Think of the face not as skin or features, but as a living symbol. The face is where the soul expresses itself and where unreleased emotions accumulate. It is an energetic interface, a double-way door between what we are inside and what the world projects onto us. Like every door, it needs to be cleaned. Each day facing the world, our face acts as shield and sponge. It absorbs gazes, gestures, tensions, even thoughts not belonging to us, a frown that is not ours, a gesture not born from our truth. Gradually, the face becomes an archive of the unexpressed. Like every saturated archive, it begins to distort. This is why sutter and salt are not applied randomly. Each fulfills a function in the ritual. Water is more than fluid. It is the universal feminine principle, symbol of the soul in movement, of emotional flow. Its receptive structure responds to human intention. When we touch the face with water, charged with purpose, we reprogram. Water carries memories, but is also capable of releasing them. Salt is the crystal of earth. It is pure geometry, solid structure that absorbs, orders, transforms. It is symbol of the earth element in its most luminous form. It absorbs densities, repels invasive energies, reestablishes vibratory patterns. In alchemy, it is a vehicle of transmutation, a container of mineralized solar energy. Together, water and salt form a sacred binomial. The fluid and firm, what cleanses and protects, what sweeps and structures. It is reconciled duality. When you bring this mixture to your face, you are activating spiritual technology. You are harmonizing what the world disordered. The ritual begins preparing the bowl, not as one filling a glass, but as one who summons. Take ceramic or glass. Avoid plastic, as it does not hold energy the same way. Fill with warm water, not hot. The intermediate temperature symbolizes balance between active and passive. Add sea salt or Himalayan salt. Never refined, that has lost its soul. Now, the key gesture. Bring water with your hands to your face with presence. This is not refreshing yourself. It is marking a portal. Close your eyes. Breathe. Feel how the invisible begins to move. What you cannot see but has always been there. Foreign energies, borrowed thoughts, yesterday's memories. Visualize how water and salt fuse like a vibrational caress. Feel how emotional residues detach, how your subtle field reorders itself. This act is an affirmation. I liberate myself. I cleanse. I return to myself. Once the ritual of washing the face with water and salt has been initiated with intention, transformation begins, deeper than expected. This gesture does not only affect the body's surface or cleanse impurities. It affects perception, identity, how we inhabit the world. The face is not uniquely what we show. It is also what we filter. Through eyes, mouth, skin, we absorb not only light, but projections of others, gazes of judgment, foreign desires, others' emotions. In esoteric language, these are psychic charges. And yes, they stick. These charges are not visible but felt deeply. They weigh like discomfort upon waking, like a gesture you do not recognize as yours. Sometimes you look and do not see yourself, or you see a version not clear, distorted by what others have left in you. Here lies something profound. The face does not only communicate outward, it also reflects inward. What we project, we eventually believe. If your face shows exhaustion, rigidity, fear day after day, though you do not say it, you believe it. And if you believe it, you live it. This is why cleansing the face with water and salt is not superficial, but an act of recovering energetic sovereignty, of returning to inhabit yourself, of erasing marks not yours that have become part of your gesture. When you cleanse with this ancestral mixture, you are dissolving masks, deactivating patterns that stuck without permission. This is one of the most ignored secrets of modern spirituality. The body, particularly the face, is a magical mirror. But like every mirror, it can fog. It can reflect false images if covered by dust of what is not consciously lived. Here appears another hidden aspect of water, with salt. Its capacity to cleanse emotional memory, stored in the body. Not only the heart holds emotions, also muscles, skin, bones. Each time you swallowed an emotion, each time you stayed silent, something was registered in your face's micro-expression. What happens if you never release it? You believe it. You make it part of yourself. The ritual, when performed with consistency, acts as a symbolic reset. Consistency is key. It is not about doing it once. It is about creating a new field, slowly carving a new vibration, more pure, more yours. And with time, something shifts. People perceive you differently. There is more softness in interactions. Certain negative situations no longer touch you, not because the world changed, but because you reordered your energetic field. This is vibration in action. The true power of a ritual does not reside in its complexity, but in its constancy and consciousness. If washing your face with water and salt has awakened something in you, do not leave it in theory. Transform it into an anchor, into a sacred habit, into a daily practice, marking your inner life's rhythm. First advice: give the act its place and time. Do not rush it. Do not mix it with hurrying or hot coffee. Do it when you have not yet crossed into the world. Before your phone, before news, before messages, because that moment is your first connection of the day, and it must be with yourself. Prepare the space. You do not need an altar, but you need silence. If possible, light a candle. Let fire be present as witness. Fill a bowl with warm water, neither cold nor hot, and add a tablespoon of coarse salt. Sea salt, Himalayan salt, fleur de sel. Avoid refined salt. It has lost its geometry and energy. When you stand before the mirror, do not judge. Do not seek to correct. Only observe. Recognize the presence before you. That is your soul with human form. Breathe 3 times deeply and feel your body's gravity. Return to yourself. Return to inhabit your face completely. Take water with both hands and bring it with softness to your face. Close your eyes. Do not scrub, glide. Do it as one who blesses, as one who honors. While water and salt touch your skin, whisper in silence, I liberate myself. I purify. I recognize myself. Do this for 7 days straight. At first, you may feel little, but by the 4th or 5th day, something will have loosened. Perhaps you sleep better. Perhaps you breathe more deeply. Perhaps you notice a subtle shift in how others perceive you, or in how you see yourself. If possible, repeat at night, especially if the day was emotionally dense. If exposed to much noise, many people, many emotions. The face is like an antenna and needs rest. Salt dissolves what does not correspond. Water restores fluidity. You can add a personal affirmation as activation code. For example, my face reflects my truth. Or, I allow what is foreign to dissolve and my essence to return. Use phrases vibrating with you that feel like keys unlocking something. And most importantly, do not let this act become automatic. Magic disappears when the soul is absent. Keep intention alive. Though it be 1 minute, let it be your sacred minute. Remember, the simple is not weak. It is pure. It is direct. It is powerful and transformative. We live in times where the sacred seems reserved for ancient temples, dusty texts, forgotten languages. But the deepest truth is this: the sacred is here, now, in your body, in your face, in your breath, in the simplest gesture of each morning. Washing your face with water and salt is not a custom or aesthetics. It is remembering that you are temple, that you are portal, that you are alchemy in movement. This ritual, inherited from Hermetic schools, has crossed millennia, not because imposed, but because felt. When a practice touches the soul's invisible fibers, it survives. It survives forgetting, science, fashion. It remains as silent seed, waiting to be rediscovered by those ready. And if you have arrived here, you are one of them. Because this has not been only information. It has been transmission, a reactivation, a key dormant in your energetic memory that today has awakened. Do not question it. Do not explain it. Only feel. Observe what moves in you now. The calm, curiosity, wonder. That also is part of the ritual. Now you know your face is not only what others see. It is the mirror where what you live, what you silence, what you carry is imprinted. By cleansing it with water and salt, you do not only refresh, you liberate. You do not only remove dirt, you invoke clarity. You give yourself permission to begin anew. And that, in this accelerated world, is an act of inner revolution. Do it each morning, not as obligation, but as affirmation, as declaration of sovereignty. You decide what energy enters and what goes. You decide with what face you meet the world, the one inherited from chaos, or the one created with intention. And if this practice has begun vibrating within you, if you feel something opened, something settled, something cleaned, do not keep it only for yourself. Share it. Send it to someone who needs it. Write in comments, "My face is my temple, and I am its guardian." Let that phrase not be only text. Let it be your energetic signature, your vibrational seal. And if this inner journey has touched your soul, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and like this video, so we can continue exploring together these forgotten mysteries. Because here, every word is placed with intention, every video is a door, and you decide if you cross it. The water and salt will continue waiting in your kitchen. The mirror will be there each morning. The only thing missing is your presence. And that, dear guardian, is the true magic.